I hope that works. There was never a time when I was reactionary with my friends growing up that I look back on and I'm glad I was. Now, this is, mind you, in the midst of play, okay? Not when someone's actually trying to pick a fight with me, because I'm never going to sit here and tell you guys that you shouldn't defend yourselves or people around you who are weaker. In fact, I think you have a duty to do that. Even as children, you should be strong and courageous and face adversity. And sometimes, what looks like revenge is really just deterrence from someone doing the nasty thing to you again. But what is the nasty thing? If it doesn't endanger you, then maybe it's something you should let roll off your shoulders. If it's something, especially in play, say you're playing a game and you notice somebody has done something dirty. It's smart to hold people accountable, but it's also not good to be reactionary and feel the need to seek revenge when it's just purely out of, I want to be tit for tat, right? Matthew 5:40 says, if someone robs you for your shirt, give him your coat as well. You want to screw me over and take something that doesn't belong to you? You know what? Here. Take everything else I got too. It doesn't matter. That sends a message. What can you really do to me? And what is all this worth that you're doing something so dirty over? It's also hard to not be at peace with someone like that. And we should seek to be at peace with everyone, always, at all times. Another thing is, if you're playing nice, doesn't always necessarily look like choosing to not give the kids that are mean something they deserve, but it also looks like choosing to show love to the other person, to the people who are forgotten. When I was in 6th grade, there was a kid named Dakota, with a T. Dakota. And he smelled so bad. It wasn't just like BO armpit, kind of like, you smell like you could put on some deodorant, like onions and pickles type of smell. I don't know if you've ever smelled the BO and it smells like onions. That's what I'm talking about. But it was a different kind of, really, like, it smelled like the person had never taken a bath since they were born. And I'm not gonna lie, I was part of this because it was just mob mentality, and we were all just very mean to Dakota. We had a class with him. It was non-athletic PE, and it was second hour, 6th grade year, and we would just get progressively meaner to the kid all the time. And looking back on it, this kid was obviously kind of slow. And how much different would I feel if I look back on that now and could say, hey, I was the one who stepped in and stood as a defense for that kid, or actually tried to get on his level and say, hey man, I'm your friend. They all might not like you because you smell so bad, but you got me, and you can rely on me. So it's also in Matthew. I love Matthew. There's a lot of really great verses in the Gospel of Matthew. But also in Matthew, Jesus says, what you have done to the least of these. Jesus says, what you have done to the least of these, you have done to me. So treat everyone, especially the ones who are forgotten and picked on and left behind, the loser, the guy who works at Burger King, the kid who stinks, the kid who's slow and kind of asocial and doesn't have any friends. Treat them like they are Jesus himself. Like they're treat them with the honor and dignity that you would the Son of God himself. That is a person, if you choose to be that person, that is a person who makes a difference in the world. And you as my children, I have confidence that you will make a difference in the world. And I hope that you take these words from me as inspiration to do so. Sometimes I'm telling you what you should do, and sometimes I'm telling you to avoid what I did. And sometimes it's a little bit of both. And I guess this is one of those times where it's a little bit of both. But playing nice with others, what it really means is that you, at a person at any age, I don't care if you're 4 or 7 or 15 or 25, you at any age have the power to make a difference. When you have the power to leave behind a positive life. Anne Frank died at 14 years old, yet people still look to her and what she said in her own writings. They look to those as inspiration. And how much better is it, rather than just saying things, whether it be on paper or on video like I'm talking to you, how much better is it to be doing the things? Now maybe they won't be remembered in the same way by universally, right? But the people who you directly affect, that you're doing the things to, they'll remember that. They'll remember the friend who chose to be a friend when no one else was, who saw them when they were the least common denominator, or when they were the bully in the school, maybe because they had some troubles going on at home and they didn't know how to express this pain that they were feeling, and so they were mean to others. See, there's the weaklings and the ones who have to insist that they're stronger than everyone else, but in reality, they're the same person. They're just expressing it differently. Usually, the people who are bullies and mean, the ones that are trying to sue you or rob you for your coat, they're dealing with some kind of deep down insecurity and weakness inside, from who knows what. Honestly, typically, if you're a child and this is happening to you, and another child in your grade is a bully to those around them, to those smaller than them, they're probably emulating something that's happening to them. And so in a way, they're being made to feel just as weak and powerless as the other kid who no one wants to pay any attention to, that you should reach out to. Reach out to everybody. Paul said, I think in 1 Corinthians, that he tries to be all things to all people. Get on people's level and try to understand them. And that's playing nice. If someone cheats in a game of kickball or basketball, maybe talk to him to the side and be like, hey, what does it do for you there? Or we're playing a friendly game. I don't know what it's going to look like in the moment, and I hope you'll be able to ask me what we should do in the moment, and consider it from all angles. But always take into consideration that these are just weak people, just like we are, and we should reach out to them with the love that God reached out to us with, and yeah. So Anyway, I love you guys. I hope to see you both soon. Today is July 21st, 2024. Joe Biden, the current president, just dropped out of the presidential race today. And it's been a strange and interesting last week and a half. Ask me about that if you are ever concerned about current events in the future. Last weekend, someone tried to shoot former President Trump, who was running against Biden, and he just barely nicked his ear. It was like, anyway, I just thought I might kind of let you know the context here. But I love you both, and I will hopefully see you soon again. Alright, bye-bye.